Hey. Hey, I'm just setting this up. I'm gonna set this up. I don't even know if this is working right now, but I doubt it. Whoa. Hey, I'm setting it up. I'm setting it up to where we can do a live stream, and this is just gonna be an opportunity where y'all can ask me some questions. I'm gonna open up my template, and we'll go over it. We've had no live streams on this channel, so this will be the first one. I think we had one before. Hey, I'm just setting this up. Set this up. I don't even know if this is working right now. And I have to kind of figure out how to do this so that I can make sure that we're not echoing when I play a beat or when we play sounds. And basically, we're just going to be doing this where I go live. We're going to go on the computer, just like everybody else is doing. I even have a camera set up so I can show you my machine. I can show you my face here. So bear with me. We're going to get it set up. So this stream is going to be a lot of setting the camera up, setting the mic up, just trying to make sure the audio plays out. And then from there, go ahead, turn the camera on, show you the desk, and we'll kind of get into machine. But I know there's a lot of questions on my template because I get emails from y'all. So I'm going to show you what I was doing, though, and what I do sometimes. Hey, I'm setting it up. I'm setting it up to where we can do a live stream, and this is just going to be an opportunity where y'all can ask me some questions. I'm going to open up my template. We'll go over it. We've had no live streams on this channel, so this will be the first one. All right, so this is the machine page, the machine Reddit page. If you haven't been on Reddit, it's a very toxic community. You know, you can give your opinion and people can tell you how they feel about your opinion. And then you can talk about a lot of different topics. They have a machine page. This is where you can go on there. You can talk about machine. This live is good because it's going to help me to basically to stay focused, to stay producing. I'm not as producing as much as I would like to. So this will be a good way for me to get back into it. I have a new computer. It's new to me. So sometimes I go on the machine thing right here and I actually look to see what type of problems people are having. It's a good way for me to basically to help y'all to get it set up to where I can help y'all. Google. I'm trying to figure out why am I getting these messages. Who cares? All right. So yeah, sometimes I'll go through here and you can see like different people are having different problems, and a lot of people just show what they're doing on the machine. So I always like to go here and kind of look and see what everybody's doing. And it's just a good way for me to interact with the community. And I'm going to play this. I'm going to see how the sound sounds. bring this over here. Alright, so yeah, like I said, we're setting up the stream. I didn't make that beat. This is a beat off of Machine Plus, so I like to go on here and just see what everybody's doing. I'm not really good at the Streamlabs. You can tell by my videos, the audio doesn't always come in good. The audio and video editing, it's always a pain for me. It's like, man, you spend so much time doing that. Could be spending time working on making beat. So what we have is like some type of audio loop shit. I'm trying to figure out how I can take that shit off. Steinberg. There it is. I'm trying to open my control panel. This is the control panel I use when I produce music. It's the Steinberg, and I'm thinking if I guess enable loopback. Hell, I don't. Let's make sure this is up all the way. Let me try it again. I'm trying to get the audio level right. Should be able to hear it without it. Let me turn that thing on that I turned off on. And once I get it set up, I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna open up the machine and we're gonna start going over the template, kind of all the functions and kind of how we get started inside a machine in Fruity Loops. Right now I'm just trying to set the audio up. Looks like when I play a sound on the computer, oh, there it is. That worked. Or that didn't work. Yeah. Looks like if I turn this loop back on. If I turn this loop back on, then it's just gonna play the audio right from my computer, and y'all gonna hear it. I don't need to play the top audio. Oh my! And so yeah, looks like that's how we set it up. We just turn this loop back on. I need to. If I turn this loop back on, it's just gonna play the audio. Alright, so I think I got it figured out. Just need to put our headphones on. Alright. Ah! Man, that's loud. That's so loud, man. I was noticing I can't really hear myself. I guess it's good if y'all can hear me. Alright. Alright, I think I see what would happen. I guess it's good, man. Alright. I'm going to set this up so this will be like a template that we'll be able to use. It looks like I'm able to play audio from... So I set it up to where I can hear the beat, and I can still talk on the mic. All right, I got it set up here. I was just setting up the stream, so sorry I'm not really doing much, but that's exactly what I'm going to be doing on my stream. It's basically what I do on my computer, so it's going to be a lot of Fruity Loops and a lot of browsing. It's all really music related, so I was just watching a video right here. This is for somebody right here. They just posted this, and oftentimes I'll go on here to Reddit and I'll just go through and I'll see what people are talking about. Sometimes people say like this, can I use the keyboard mode with the step sequencer like we can with pad mode? And it says, hey, I hope you're doing well, staying safe. As you know, blah, blah, blah. It says, as you know, in the machine, you can program drums. You can select drums by pressing the pad in pad mode. That's right. You can move to the step sequencer mode and you can push the step. My question is there a way of doing this in keyboard mode, for example, going into keyboard mode, pushing a note, going back into step sequencer mode, and just pressing the step to place the note you selected in keyboard mode? I think working with an external connected keyboard would be helpful. Press and hold the step you're working with. And this guy said, I don't know if I understand, and I don't think I understand either. He's asking, how can you play the notes in step sequencer from keyboard mode? But I guess the truth is, when you're in step sequencer mode, you can pick different keys. I mean, you have to pick what key you're going to be on. Like Fork says, you can change the root note in pad mode. So I'm not really familiar with the step sequencer mode. I don't really use it that much, so I'm not able to answer that type of question right there. So and a lot of the questions that are being asked on here, they're usually about how to route stuff. It says machine as an interface issue. This was 4 days ago. He says he's using the machine as an MK3 interface to record guitar. He says, I'm getting direct guitar sound through my speakers when Ableton is closed. So this guy's having an issue with his audio routing. I'm not even sure how I can help him because it's hard to understand these people's questions. They're so vague and they don't give you a lot of information. And usually they're doing something wrong, like they're not following all their steps. So I'm not sure about that one. It says using machine, and like this is a good question right here. This goes, and this talks about what a lot of people ask in my, what a lot of people ask about on my channel. And I'm just going to make it big for y'all. It says using machine scales and chord sets with an external MIDI controller, right? And it's kind of like what I do. We're using machine in MIDI mode, and I'm letting you use the scales. It says, hope everybody's rocking out. I like the scale and the chord modes in machine. I have an external MIDI controller, kind of like an external keyboard with no sound, right? Which I love to use for melodies and bass lines. Is it possible to use the scale mode and chord sets with my external MIDI controller so that my MIDI controller plays in the scale set by machine and plays the chords in the chord sets? It's really confusing right there. Thanks very much, everyone. Keep rocking, making beats so that my external MIDI controller. It says to make sure I understand, you're using the software in the MIDI controller. So this guy doesn't understand what he's saying. This guy gave a response, doesn't really even cover the issue. What does any of this mean? So yeah, these people are not very helpful on here. Machine has a scale mode where you can put it in a scale, blah, 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 blah. It says, thanks for this. He says he only has one hand because he has cerebral palsy. So he uses a special joystick MIDI controller. I wish to use machine's internal scales. And so this guy only has one hand and he wants to know how to use the machine. We're gonna help him out. We're gonna give him a good answer. I'm gonna look. He put a picture right here of the keyboard he's using. Well, it's not a good link, is it? It's this thing. What is it? like a little controller. I guess he uses his one hand, and he moves around this thing, which is hooked up to the machine. I need to, what is this thing? Powerful expressive MIDI instrument. Puts it at your fingertips. Let me just watch this real quick. Oh shit. Oh wow. Nice. Wow. Man, I like this thing. This guy's using this thing. And he wants to use this to control the scales and the chord modes in machine. There is a way. In fact, I just covered this in my last video because it's so important. I was thinking that y'all need to really to see how we would do that. And wow. So I've never seen something like this. So this guy right here on Reddit, he said he has one hand and he's trying to learn how to use the machine scale and chord mode inside a machine. Now this guy's answer to him was, "That's cool. I don't have much to suggest. You could buy this other thing. It generates chords." I don't know why he would have to want to. It's easy to use with one hand. All right, so we need to help Sound Warrior right here. And basically, the answer to this question: how do you use machine chords and sets outside in a external DAW? Well, it'd be better if I plugged up my camera real quick so I could show you my keyboard. So why not you know, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna answer this question, and then I'm probably gonna get off of here or off of the live. And then the lives are gonna be long, they're just gonna be streaming, but we're gonna go ahead and answer this guy's question of how he can use the scales and chords from machine with an external controller, you know, something external. And that's a real good question, and it's actually something you really can't do, so you have to have a workaround or a method to do it, because basically you just want to access those chords and scales. So I'm gonna show them how to do it real quick. First thing I'm gonna do, or I need to do, is I'm gonna plug in a camera so that y'all can kind of see this. This is not good, but I put my camera up here. Yeah, I put my camera up here. I need to make sure we don't have anything inappropriate to show you. All right. I hate this keyboard, so I'm gonna disconnect this keyboard and plug this other keyboard in. Oh yeah. I plugged in my good keyboard. I really should grab this mic stand, because this mic is just laying on the table, man. Like I said, I'm really just trying to show you real quick. And I'm scroll back up here for this question right here. So this is the question the guy's asking me. We're gonna go ahead and help him out. And he said he only has one arm, so I'll show you how you would do this. And we just went over this in my last video, how to use the scales and chords. Like, for example, let's say you have a keyboard at your house and it's not the complete control keyboard where it has the scales and chords. You need to know how to use the machine functions without using them inside a machine, of course. So this is actually a real good question, and it's something I see a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and answer this real quick. I'm trying to set this up to where y'all can at least kind of see what's going on. Alright, Here's my keyboard. Got my controller. I'm gonna bring out my machine, which means I should put it on the machine stand. I have a stand that I use for my machine. And it was like one of the best investments. Alright, I got the machine set up. I got everything set up here. I'm messing with this mic, making a bunch of noise. Let me see how this camera is gonna work. Hey. Alright. I guess it won't work until I need to like turn it off and back on. And there it is. I'm right here, man. It's me at Cadillac Tracks. I'm gonna put this camera right here, and I'm trying to show you this right here. Hell, I guess for these type of videos, we need to. Yeah, we kind of need to move the camera. That sucks. What is it? I'm messing everything up too. Actually a bad idea. You're supposed to have stuff all set up when you get in here. It's all good. We don't expect a lot of people on the stream, and it's probably a good thing because you don't want this to get out of control. And we're really not here for all of that. All right, we got the machine right here. You can kind of see my machine. All right, so we're gonna answer this question right here. I keep the machine right here, and I keep it on the thing. And I'm just gonna show you right here. Trying to make sure we got everything out of here, you know. Bad stuff. Alright, so I'm back again. There are no viewers right now, but I'm going to make a video that kind of shows everyone how you actually use, or how you would answer this question right here. And this is for an individual. He said he has cerebral palsy, so he's not able to use his hand, or he only has one hand. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna open up some stuff real quick. We're gonna open up Fruity Loops. And yeah, we might as well go ahead and turn our computer, get it all ready. Need to plug in this keyboard. I do use a MIDI keyboard even though we have Machine. Machine can act like a MIDI keyboard, but it's always good to have one. Alright, sorry, we're just kind of sitting here. I gotta set up this live stream so that it'll work for the future. So this one is just me setting up. But I'm about to answer this question for this guy on Reddit. I showed you that I go through Reddit and I answer questions. Just like my channel. My channel is really, it does promote a product, but the product that I promote, as you know, is my template. I sell the template, so I promote it. And this channel grew basically, and the reason you're here and you found me is because I started making quick tips. I started helping people to use Machine and Fruity Loops. In fact, that's how my channel blew up. One day I had a machine and I was trying to learn how to use it with Fruity Loops, so I went on YouTube, which is supposed to show me, and I started looking for videos on how to link my machine on Fruity Loops, and there was no videos online. And I started watching somebody, and he was talking about how to grow your channel. And it said that if you make a video that no one else has made, or you're the first one to cover a subject, it gets lots of views. That's exactly what I did. I was the first one to make a video on how to link Machine and Fruity Loops, and it got lots of views. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and answer this question. I keep saying I'm going to answer this question, and there's only one person watching. But it says how to use machine scales and chords with an external MIDI controller. Alright, so I went ahead, I powered up my machine. I'm going to go ahead on my computer. I'm going to show desktop icons. I'm going to open up my Fruity Loops. Alright, I opened up Fruity Loops, and this is how we would do it. Let's say you wanted to use machine scales and chords inside of an external controller. Well, like for example, if I was to go here on this keyboard, let's say that my external controller was this keyboard right here that I have. Right here, this MIDI keyboard. If I wanted to use scale and chord modes from Machine, this is my machine, and I'm just going to turn Machine on by opening an instance of Machine. Anytime I load Machine up, it loads up a template that I made. This is a template that we use, and the template that's a part of my custom template. So this is what Machine looks like. Let's say we have Machine opened up, and you know, inside Machine I can push keyboard and scales, and it has the chromatic, and this is when I push the scales mode and the keyboard mode. And you can kind of see. So if you wanted to fix this, what you would do is there's a tool that you would use. If you wanted to access those features, you're going to use the Complete Control tool. The Complete Control tool has all of the chords from MIDI, all the chords from Machine, all of the scales from Machine. For example, let's say, for example, right here inside of Fruity Loops, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up one of my favorite plugins, Nexus. And I'm actually trying to get the new Nexus, but I've been looking at it, reading about it, and trying to see what it offers, and try to compare the value of it. And I just upgraded computers, so now I finally have a computer that could possibly run it, because I was on Windows 7. Alright, so we load up Nexus. It is moving super slow. And there it is. Alright, so if I wanted to use the chord mode in Machine, instead of loading this plugin inside a Machine, and hold up, so I'm just trying to make sure the audio is working from this plugin. I'm actually watching my stream. All right, it's working. All right. All right. So I just needed to verify that that was working. I think the stream, everything's working right. So basically, if I wanted to use the machine scales and chords, we could have went to machine right here, and we could have loaded up Nexus right here like this, VST, and then go to Nexus. I don't even have Nexus in my VST list, which is BS, unless, who was Nexus made by? REFX? It's not here, man. So I would have to scan it and bring it in, and if I did it like that, it's going to use a little more CPU because we already have Fruity Loops and we have machine open. So just like when he's using his external MIDI device, all he has to do is open up an instance of Complete Control. Complete Control, if I'm not mistaken, is a free plugin. It comes with machine. Or it's a free download. I do believe so. It's a free download and a free extension, and it comes right there. So here's Complete Control. Complete Control is basically machine inside of a VST plugin. Okay, so whatever DAW he's using or whatever he's got going on, he could open up Complete Control, or he could open it up by itself, and he could go ahead and he can use it. And if you click on Complete Control right here, it's got all the scales and all the chords from machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and, if I was using Complete Control and I wanted to control it with this external keyboard that I have right here, let me show you here. If I wanted to control this external keyboard, all I need to do is go to Complete Control, go to the MIDI settings on it. I'll tell it the output port. I'll just make it output port 5. I'll go to my Nexus and I'll tell it to receive notes from port 5. So any note that's coming out 5, it'll receive. And now we have Complete Control set up, and we have Nexus set up. So I'm gonna go right here to Complete Control, and you can turn on the scale mode. I push that button right there, and here's the C scale, and I can pick minor, and then I can start playing. The keys are mapped to different keys on the piano, but you can actually set it right here to go to all whites or go to easy mode, which will be all the white keys. And then you can see me push white keys. And let's just make sure we have this set up right. And right now it's in scale mode, so I'm going to switch it to chord mode by pushing chord on right here. And we'll do a chord set, and we'll pick a minor chord set. And let's make sure we got this mapped out right. Alright, so we need to take this. And here I'm messing with it. I'm actually not hearing the chord play. Let me get out of chord mode. And we'll put a piano on here where you'll be able to hear the notes. That one sucks. And yeah, there you can finally hear the chord right there. And right now it's set to easy mode, so what it's doing is just playing all the chords on the white key. This chord set. You can switch the position. And so that's it. That's basically the answer to this guy's question. This is how this is the answer to this question. This is how you're gonna use the different chord features like chords from Machine, which is the same chord sets that are right in Machine. Or if I wanted to use the scale, the scale set up too. We can even do an ARP over the chord, so I can put the ARP on while the chord's going. Which means you can have it re-trigger. And so that's it. And so I'm gonna go back on here. I'm gonna answer this guy's question real quick, and then I'm gonna take a break here now that I got the audio set up for the stream, and we'll probably come back a little bit later here and go ahead. And so yeah, this guy right here, he said that he has cerebral palsy and he only has one hand. And go ahead and answer his question. Alright, so I went ahead and answered this question right here and basically just let him know how he can do it. And I'm going to put him a link to my YouTube page. I think how I would even do that. Yeah. And that's it. You just gotta be typing bad. Alright. So, yeah, sometimes I'll go on here and I'll answer questions for people. And that's what he wanted to know. He wanted to know how can he use the scales and chords with an external MIDI controller. Well, the only way to really do that is to use a device like Complete Control. Complete Control is going to let you use the MIDI chords and the MIDI scales with any controller. Now I'm using it with this keyboard right here. You can see that. We're using the scale mode and the chord mode. Sometimes I really do like these for especially like the guitars and stuff. So like if I was to load one up, and let's say I went down here, sometimes I'll search for guitars and then you could bring up a bunch of them. And I really like these electric ones, these lead guitars. Been using them a very lot in my beats. So we'll go back to one is not what we're looking for, but and this retrigger off, this repeat. And I don't like how it just goes over those few keys. I don't know. Probably turn this down for y'all. Almost like we don't need that art. That's actually kind of fun right there. Alright, so I'm gonna end this stream real quick. I think we set everything up. And so yeah, I'm gonna start doing a few more of these. We're probably just gonna basically do cook-up videos. I'm trying not to talk too much. I'm gonna go over the machine template and everything like that. So this one, I just kind of set the mic up, made sure the levels are coming in, everything. And we also went ahead and answered this question this guy had. He said he wanted to know how to use the machine scales and chords with an external controller. The only way you can do that is to get those scales and chords externally or without the machine. You need to use a device like Complete Control. Good thing about that is it's like a plug-in, or you could just open it up in your DAW, or you could open it up in a standalone. And so he could open it up, and then he could have it routing. If you open inside of a DAW, you can control where the MIDI's going in and out, and you can start to use that little controller that he was using, and he could actually use one hand to go ahead and play those scales and chords and trigger them. Alright, man, so until next time, I'm gonna end this real quick. We'll see how these streams end up coming out. It says, I haven't followed up on the template in a few years. Can it do something new? The template, it can do something new. When I get back here, I want to show something new that it can do. And we're also going to go over the last feature that I had on the template. Chris, I do remember your name. Yep. We'll go over the last template, the gross beat mode. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here, and yeah, I'm gonna show you some new stuff.